Welcome back. So, Petals of Reincarnation Episode 2 review. Wild cameos done right. Episode 2 of Petals of Reincarnation doesn't just continue the story, it elevates it massively. After a fairly grounded introduction in Episode 1, this episode goes all in with bigger ideas, crazier characters, and much higher stakes. And surprisingly, it works. The episode starts off simple enough. Toija Senji is assigned his first mission as a returner. Paired with Haito, it feels like a standard setup to build his experience, but very quickly things takes a wild turn. The biggest highlight of the episode is the introduction of legendary historical figures reimagined in the most unexpected way. We get appearances from figures like Isaac Newton and Albert Einstein, but not in a way you would expect. Newton literally has an apple for a head. Einstein appears as a Bishoija style character, and Florence Nightingale is reimagined as stylized hot nurse. It's a bizarre, creative, and honestly pretty fun. What makes this cameo stand out isn't just the concept, it's the execution. Despite how absurd the designs are, the episode presents them with confidence. It doesn't feel like a gimmick, it feels like part of the world, and that's what make it work. It's not all just spectacle. There's an actual tension introduced through this character. Einstein in particular questions whether Toya deserves to stand among the greats. He sees Toya's power as dangerous, too dark to belong in that group. This creates an internal conflict for Toya. He's not just fighting enemies, he's trying to prove his worth. The second half of the episode shifts tones completely. Back at his apartment, Toya encounters Itsuki, a figure tied to his past and his brother. This is where things get serious. Kitazuka brutally defeats Haito in seconds, showing just how big the power gap really is. But more importantly, he attacks Toya's ideology. He calls him out for relying on borrowed power, the strength of past legends, rather than his own abilities. And honestly, he's not entirely wrong. This moment hits hard because it challenges the very foundation of the show's power system. If all strength comes from past figures, then what does that say about the present? Visually and technically, the episode holds up really well. The animation is clean, art style feels unique, and direction keeps everything flowing smoothly despite how much is happening. Even with multiple character introduction and heavy exposition, it never feels overwhelming. By the end, episode 2 leaves us with more questions than answers. What is Kitazuka's true goal? Is he connected to the sinners? Can Toya actually grow beyond borrowed power? Overall, Petals of Reincarnation delivers a standout episode. It combines bold ideas, strong execution, and meaningful character conflict, all while keeping things entertaining. If episode 1 set the foundation, episode 2 proves this series has serious potential. Thank you for watching. Bye.